Good evening, boys and girls. Welcome to the special edition of the Sound Advice Podcast. I am your host, Geno Medina, and this podcast, as you well know, is created by working musicians for working musicians to help musicians stay working. And as you know, we also do that by taking tips and advice from some of our experts, working musicians who are out there hitting huge stages and are in great places in their career. They're nice enough to share their advice with us, and we pass that on to you. Well, another way we'd like to help working musicians is to help musicians find gear that's affordable. Now, not every piece of affordable gear, whether it's a bass, a keyboard, drums, or a guitar, not every affordable piece of gear is a good piece of gear. So, with that in mind, we're just going to show you what we get, and then you can make a determination as to whether or not that might be a choice for you or not. So, today, we're going to start with this beauty. As you can see, this is a Michael Kelly 1963 electric guitar, and it comes with an ebony fretboard. This is in the blue jean wash color, and this sells for $399.99 at American Musical Supply. You can also find this guitar at reverb.com, and it also comes to us from Zzounds.com. That's Zzounds.com. The cool thing about Zzounds, they have a pay-as-you-play program. There, I said that right. What that means is you can put a down payment on a piece of gear and they will ship it to you, and then you just pay in monthly installments while you play. Here's the kicker. You do not need a credit check. You do not even need good credit. All they do is verify your identity. You make your first payment, and they send you the gear, and then you just make the monthly payments. And then after 6, 8, 12 payments, whatever the terms are, that's your instrument to keep. And there is a slight processing fee, an application fee, but other than that, there's no hidden cost. They don't charge any interest. So there's no interest, but it's a great way to go if you are on a budget. So anyway, we're going to take a look today at this Michael Kelly guitar. Now, I've not seen very many reviews of the 1963 on YouTube. Again, this is the blue jean wash color, and it also comes in a tobacco burst. So if blue's not your thing, there you go. So this is what the guitar looks like online. Let's take a look at what it looks like on camera, because I happen to have one here. So let's take a look. This is the front of this Michael Kelly 1963. You can see the pearl pickguard, and you can see the HSS pickup configuration. This is a 5-way switch here, and it's pretty solid. And they also have the coil split here. Just pull the tone button up, and there you are. One volume, one tone for all three. And we have a 2-point tremolo system here. The tremolo bar goes in there. You can tighten that with the Allen wrench. Slides right in there like that. I do like this because you can tighten that and you don't get all that play or all that racket. As you can see, we've got 22 frets on here. Now, with respect to the specifications, I'll post all those online here and put them in the description for you. But we have the bird's eye maple headstock. Looks kind of like a Kelly headstock, but there's the Michael Kelly logo. And that is the front. On the back, you can see more of this maple neck, and you can see the locking tuners there at the top. And we've got the bolt-on neck with the Michael Kelly logo on the plate. And love the color of the back of this guitar. This guitar does have wood binding, and it's got the tremolo system here is exposed by this open cover, which may seem a little unnecessary, but as you can see, makes string changing easier. And you've got the thicker block here for the tremolo, which is really good for sustain, but pretty good looking setup back there. So let's take a closer look at this particular thing. Now, in no way, shape, or form is what I'm about to say reflective of all Michael Kelly guitars. Guitars at this price point that are mass-produced, there might be a bad apple here and there, but that is not, in my opinion, something I'm going to hold Michael Kelly guitars accountable for. But I just want to show you a couple things I noticed bringing it in. Along the nut here, you can see some extra indentions here, where it looks like they may have started to file here, so there's a bit of string there. Then we've got another imperfection here. These are small things, and that's pretty easy to replace, I think. But the slots are also really wide for these strings, I think. And so that's going to probably create some fret buzz. We're going to play it here in a little bit and see what we got. I also noticed here on the 5th fret, you can see some glue here, right along here from the fret job. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I don't believe it's going to affect playability, but that does tell me that the quality on this particular neck may be questionable, but we'll see when we plug it up. Alright, and then going down, I didn't see too many other imperfections. I did find some more spots here, down here at the bottom of the neck here. Little things like this that I think may have, that may be seepage, just some glue from the fret and wire, but we'll see. And then minor things like this little blemish here at the joint. You can see this little blemish right here by my thumb. I'm not too picky about things like that. As long as it doesn't affect playability, I don't care. Again, this comes in at about $399.99, so about $400. So you should expect some decent quality. Alright, so that's what the guitar looks like. Let's plug it up and see how it sounds. Alright, we are back. We've got this thing plugged into this lovely little Epiphone Studio 15R amplifier. And in noodling, there's some spots on this fretboard that lead me to believe it's going to need a setup. Now, I'm not the kind of person who's going to do that myself. I just don't. So if I were to purchase this guitar, it'd be $400 in, and it would already need a setup at a minimum. Again, I don't think this is typical of Michael Kelly guitars. I'm not disrespecting their guitar company. I think they make some fine products. I've read wonderful reviews about them. I just think this particular one probably slipped through the QA cracks. So I just want to show you some of the bad spots on here, and then where there are good spots, we'll get to some of the sounds of these pickups so you can make a determination if the guitar sounds good enough to at least pursue. So with this particular guitar, I'm going to go up the fretboard, and we'll find out where the bad spots are. That's along the E string. Now that last one was me sliding too much. So there's some spots on here that could use work. Simple setup may be the cure. I suspect the nut might be the biggest culprit. But that's just this particular guitar. Okay, so with that being said, notice that the saddle here on this high E string is also a little rough around the edges. Prior to playing and going nuts, I have already broken 3 E strings, 9-gauge E strings on this particular guitar. I'm out of E strings, so I have an 11-gauge B string here from a 9-gauge set. So just so you know. Again, I think this might just be one of those quirky ones. I don't think this is indicative of all Michael Kelly guitars. I want to make that perfectly clear. I would play one any day of the week because I think perfectly set up guitar would be amazing. I think it's pretty color. It's not as blue as I would have liked, but it still looks good. I like the pickup configuration. But let's just see if we can get some good chords out of here. I'll start in the bridge position. Fourth position, these 2 pickups. Bridge or neck pickup. Now let's see how this tap works out. A little hard to pull out You got to get a really good grip on it. Pretty intense sounding. That's what the tone rolled off. Let's see how it sounds here. Okay, so I'm already pretty much out of tune. So I'm going to tune this bad boy back up, and then we'll try some dirty sounds. Alright, now we got this bad boy tuned up. Let's play some rock and roll riffs and see what we get. Alright, now we'll try position 2. Middle pickup. Tap, see what happens. Seems to be holding its tuning okay. I noticed playing, there's some spots where I'm still getting a little buzz. And there goes another string. So, what do I think of Michael Kelly guitars? Well, the verdict's still out. They make a wide variety of products, and I'd love to try them all. I will not hold Michael Kelly guitars accountable for this one guitar. This is one that I consider to be a bad album. I didn't even do dive bombs on the tremolo system. Broke the string, didn't want to chance it. Between the nut, the saddle, the string breaking, I thought the coil tech sounded really, really thin, and then the minor blemishes on the paint. You know, honestly, the minor blemishes on the paint I don't care too much about. But the string breaking and the buzz and the bad spots on the fretboard, there's just far too many on this particular guitar for me to say, yeah, I'll keep it, or for me to honestly say, yeah, I would go for it. Now, you plan on trying other Michael Kelly products because I do not believe that this is par for the course. So I will be looking at other Michael Kelly guitars in the future. This one, this particular one, I would say no to. At $400, I wouldn't want to have to invest another $100 or $200 to get repairs done. Not on a brand new guitar. It should play well out of the box. So that's my verdict on this one. But we'll get the next Michael Kelly guitar in. We'll see how that one goes, and we'll let you know. And we got more reviews coming up. We will be doing the Xavier 830 Pro review, and it is a Tele style guitar, and it has 2 hot rail pickups. little tiny ones in it. So we're going to review that when that comes in. So stick around for that. But until then, if you like what you see, like what you hear, please make sure you click the notification bell and the subscribe button, and we'll let you know what we got going on. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I'm Geno Medina, and thanks for listening to the Sound Advice Podcast. Thanks.